kind words about me. It's like you don't know me after all these years. My wife and I... yeah, I didn't leave that there because I knew that would happen. We'd like to thank everyone for coming today. It really wouldn't have been the same without all of you. And we're truly thankful to be spending our special day with everyone here. As many of you know, this wedding has been many years in the making, and many, many hours in the planning. And Helen was nice enough to let me know what some of these plans were before today, so I would what was about to happen. My duties have been mainly sampling the food, tasting the wine, and remembering to turn up, all of which I have excelled in. I'd like at this point to make mention of all of Alex's family, Helen, Alan, Ian, Jenny and the boys. I've always shown nothing but kindness towards me, and I've been made to feel a very welcome addition to their family over the years. And they have played a major part in the longevity and stability of our relationship, especially as none of them have successfully managed to point out to Alex any of my many, many faults. And to my family, Mum, Sven and Giles, I think I've been amazed that I've managed to attract and keep such a beautiful, wonderful woman. I don't think they fully understand why she put up with me all these years either. And they similarly have failed to explain to Alex all of my many, many faults, although they have been much, much more vocal about them. And I'd like to add to Alan's thanks to everyone who's travelled from abroad to be with us here today. People like Austin, who I can't see, there he is, travelled all the way from New Zealand. The Wasses and Colin from America, again. Hazel and Dennis from Canada, Isabel from France, and Lucy from Glasgow, which is technically another country. And special thanks must go to everyone who made it all the way from Paisley Bridge. And an extra special thank you from myself and my wife go to Phil and Kev, who have been very supportive of Alex in the build-up to today. Not only hosting the hen do, making the bonbonnières for the tables, being a sounding board for Alex during all the prep, and for Kevin's design and making of Alex's wonderful and beautiful dress. So thank you. And as a final thank you from Alex and from myself, as is tradition, to the bridesmaid Claire.
Beautiful.
She has been Alex's friend. She's a source of Paisley Bridge gossip for longer than I've known her. She's always been there for Alex, and in the run-up to the wedding, she's been her advice, second opinion on everything wedding related. And seeing as how you can't mention Claire without taking a drink, raise their glass to the bridesmaid. I was tempted to say, let's hear it for the beer, so you got lucky with the bridesmaid. Now, I'd like to say a little bit about the beginning of mine and Alex's journey. I'd like to take you back to those heady days of 1998. Petrol was only 60 pence a litre. The UK had finished second in the Eurovision Song Contest behind Dance International. And England lost to Argentina on penalties after a wonder goal from the now retired Michael Owen and a red card for the now retired David Beckham. It was a long, long time ago. Alex and I were friends we met at university and spent most of that summer watching box sets of Friends on video in Alex's room. It's worth noting for some of the younger people here today, Friends was a television series. And it was only on 4th season back then. Alex and I first started dating in mid-December, which is something both of us have regretted ever since, because it meant our anniversary was in the week before Christmas. Now we're much happier that our anniversary is going to be in the much calmer autumn months. I do remember our first Valentine's date together. Alex's friends insisted I needed to make a very big deal of it. I tried to argue that we'd only been going out for 2 months, so surely just a card. But I was very wrong, apparently. Eventually I caved in and surprised Alex with a dinner and a night out. But I think it's that sort of constant endeavouring to keep lowering Alex's expectations that has given our relationship strength over the years. For example, the night I proposed, after only 11 short years together, I finally summoned up the courage to ask Alex to marry me. I'd actually bought the engagement ring a year earlier and was going to propose on our 10th anniversary, but I lost my nerve and the ring stayed in my pocket all that night. And then it made its way back up in the attic away from prying eyes as I once again tried to summon up the courage. Many more opportunities presented themselves, but I failed. So on the night of our 11th anniversary, I was determined to make sure this was going to be the night. And we set out into town, and I made sure the ring was in my coat pocket. As we arrived at the restaurant, the first thing we were asked was, "Can I take your coats?" And not being able to think of a good enough reason why I would want my coat, I said yes to the minimum wage cloakroom attendant with its very valuable cargo. I don't remember much of that meal. I do remember looking at the cloakroom every 2 minutes and questioning my stupidity in not keeping the ring in my trouser pocket. But eventually we left the restaurant, I got my coat back, and the ring was still there. And we went out to a few bars afterwards for a few drinks. But like I said, it was mid-December, we were surrounded by office parties, several drunken scousers, and the mood didn't feel right, to be honest. So we headed home, and I was a bit dejected, feeling once again I'd missed my opportunity, and once again the ring would migrate back up to the attic for another year. But as we sat there on the sofa, watching an episode of Top Gear, the strength of will found me again, and I got down on one knee in front of Alex and Jeremy Clark and asked her to marry me. Amazingly, she said yes. And just 4 more short years later, here we are. As I've probably made very clear from those anecdotes, I may not be the most romantic of people. But today I can honestly say that whilst I've never been the sort of person who expresses their emotions publicly, Alex is without doubt the best thing that has ever happened to me. She looks absolutely stunning today. I can't imagine my life without her in it, and it's only my own stubbornness that has led to it taking nearly 15 years for us to get to this point. She is the only person in my life who I can fully open up to. She makes me laugh all the time, and it is a cliche, but I really am marrying my best friend. It's kind of hard to tell, but she makes me happy just being around her, and I hope that I can make her as happy as she makes me. So, well, before I lose it completely, to Alex.
Alex.
Nearly over. Finally, Alex and I would like to thank some people who've been very helpful throughout for not only the wedding build-up, but for our lives in general. We have some gifts for the mothers. Mothers? Poor Boo. Make sure I get this right. For beautiful bridesmaid Claire.
It's a tankard.
It is a tankard, yeah.
Have you checked she can lift it up just with her teeth?
And for my 2 best men, my 2 brothers, Giles and Spencer. So thank you again, everyone, for coming again, and I'll hand you over to my brother, Giles.